So I mentioned something when I brought Brian Gottlieb in, that there's a difference between coaches and mentors. How many of you guys have true mentors in this industry that you talk to? One, okay. You guys absolutely have to have mentors. They're just as important as, say, coaches. Now, it's funny with coaches is a lot of coaches, you better know who you're talking to. You better know what they're going to give you. I've said this many times, and some of these coaches really come at me when I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's the truth, is most coaches are just unemployed advice givers. That's really what they are. But there are other coaches that truly get it. But then when we talk about a mentor, there's a difference in there. So when we talk to someone like Brian doesn't have anything but a book to sell you. Literally, the most expensive thing that he can charge you is $24 or whatever it is. That's what I call a mentor, because he has nothing at stake. And when you're dealing with a mentor, if you're going to go out and work with a mentor and they give you advice, the worst thing that could ever happen is you don't use it. You say, well, that was pretty cool, but maybe it's not right for us. And they find out that you've done nothing. They will never talk to you again. But it's so very important that you get mentors. And that kind of leads me into Greg here, is that he has a network. Very few people have this kind of network. He has a network of the most knowledgeable business professionals in our industry, and he ranks them. Not only that, and I'm stealing your thunder, sorry, but not only that is he gives you access to them. And I mean intimate access to people like James from PJ Fitzpatrick, one of the best mentors out there. You might look at him and he's a little bit younger, but he knows what he's doing. So I'm going to turn this over to Greg Cummings of Power100, and I can keep going. Go ahead, Greg.
Appreciate it, Chuck. First of all, Chuck, thank you so much for the opportunity and putting together this event. Events like this are so hard to put together. And then when they get, taken off like it is here, this is hats off to you and your team. This is world class. Let's give it up for Chuck. So they talked about it earlier in the session and Chuck just alluded to it as far as mentors. Who can you look up to? Who can you constantly grow with, right? Everything you've done in life, you've had a group of people that helped you get to the next level, and then you plateaued and landed in home improvement, right? I mean, any student athletes, any athletes in the house? Any pro athletes in the house? We got one over there, all right. So you make it to the highest level. How do you get there? It's because you surround yourself with the right people, and we're going to help you do just that today. So my name is Greg Cummings. I'm the CEO of Power100 and Next100. And we're going to talk a little bit about how I got here. First of all, let's talk about who I am. Maybe why I'm in front of you. So a buddy of mine and I thought it'd be a great idea to quit our jobs and buy a window and door business. Now, what we did is we said, we don't want to be at home every single day. What we want to do, we don't want to be gone every single night. I want to be home every day with my kids. Got it backwards. Sometimes it is that way, though. But overall, at the end of the day, what we wanted to do was change our lives by being able to make the money we wanted to make and really influence our circle, right? We wanted to grow our business, grow our brand, help our community. So we bought the business. I'll get to that more in a minute about how we did it. I'm also an outdoor enthusiast. Anybody like the outdoors here? It's the number one trait of the top 100 CEOs on our list. Number one by far is they enjoy the outdoors, whether it's hiking, hunting, fishing, you name it, anything outside. That's what they like to do with their free time. So at one point, most people were outside, and then we get kind of suckered into work and staying inside. I'm a husband and father that has allowed me really the opportunity and the privilege to reintroduce myself as an outdoor enthusiast, because I don't want my kids to be just inside. I don't want them just to learn the little box that you learn in school. I want them to get out and experience that. So thanks to them, I'm able to do that. Before that, I was traveling the world with a branding company, a communications company, where we would take large companies, We would rebrand them and give them a new go-to-market strategy. It was the most fun I've ever had. It was a master's doctorate in education in business and how money was made. A lot of fun. Before that, I was a student athlete, played basketball, earned a full athletic scholarship. That's incredibly important to know because I said when I was 9 years old that I was going to earn a full scholarship because some kid next to me said I couldn't do it. But it stuck. And so I ended up earning my full scholarship. I was able to say that, put that trophy on the shelf, and move forward. I wish I said I was going to be a 10-time All-Star in the NBA and be in the Hall of Fame, and maybe that would have happened. But that's a story for another day about goal setting that is also very impactful. Let's talk about why I'm up here talking, how I got into this industry. Again, we bought that business. We quit our jobs. We rented a basement office in St. Pete. And those of you that don't know St. Pete, there are no basements. But we found one, and it was cheap enough, okay? So the flood risk was very high. So what we did is we whiteboarded the entire thing. It was literally, they should make a movie about it. We took every industry that you can imagine, from grocery stores to manufacturing to medical marijuana to florists. I mean, you name it, we thought about it. And we ran down business models for everything. It was so much fun to do. And we landed on windows and doors. So whether you guys were born into this industry, chose it, or you just fell into it like I did, at the end of the day, all of our analytical data says that this is the best industry to be in, not only now, but for the next 10 to 15 years as well, as houses age in the United States from the building booms of the 90s and early 2000s. So we are in the best place possible. So tone and culture really needs to be set from that excitement from your seat to the rest of your team that we are in the best place possible for success. Success wasn't easy. We grew the company from 144,000 to over 10 million in 3 years with a 4.8 Google review. It wasn't all great. We weren't skipping, weren't swimming in cash. Actually, the opposite. We learned a lot of very expensive lessons. Anybody had to write a check to cover payroll or to order product for a customer in here out of your personal account? Those are my kind of people. You're not going to let your customer down just because your business let you down a little bit, right? Those are the lessons that you really take for granted. How many of you had to do it a second time? A third time? Okay, we're going to focus here. This is what this is all about. And so let me introduce Power100. So how we grew that company was I had a little card, and it had 7 names on it, and we were 5 out of 7. And we would slide it across. And we would say, look, these are the people that I would let my mother buy from out of all of our due diligence, and had little checklists. It was like a little laminated piece of paper. I can't believe people took it serious, looking back on it. But what it did is it lowered their guard, and it took it away from buy from me to buy from them. But hey, guess what? I'm sitting in front of you, so let's get down to business, right? And so we earned a lot of business doing that, and that was the origination of Power100. Those of you that don't know, we don't just do interviews. We don't just fly around the country doing events like this, and our world-class media team here. That's not all we do. What we do is we actually rank the best leaders. This way you have a parameter of who to follow, who's doing it right, not just hoping that you're picking the right mentor, mentee, whatever the case may be. We don't do it alone. Just like we talked about surrounding yourself with the right people, this is so important. On day one, when we formed Power100, on day one, I didn't put this website up until I had this advisory board, because I knew that surrounding myself with the right people was going to prevent a lot of mishaps and was going to allow us to get successful as quickly as possible, because it's all about trust, it's all about foundation, and it's all about the people that you surround yourself. This way, when it's time to level up, you actually have that foundation to do so, and you're not looking for help to get to that next level. These guys, I am forever indebted to. Some of them are here, but I couldn't have got where I am today, standing here, partnered with legends in the industry like Chuck, without the advice and the leverage from them. So everyone asks me, how do you judge all these people? Well, we created a 5-layer ranking system. It's a 5-layer proprietary ranking system equipped with 2 internal dynamic algorithms, as well as 2 separate points of human interactions, to make sure we have the very best of machine learning, AI, and human intelligence. Did I get it word for word? I've only said it 5,000 times. So basically what we want to do is we want to take out that emotional drag of it and say, okay, analytically, who are the best leaders? And so what we did is we have the 3 pillars behind me. We have growth, community, and culture. Off of that is triangular algorithms to make sure that we're putting the best names in front of you on an annual and ongoing basis. We run this about anywhere between 13 and 16 times a year to make sure that the people are still the people they set out to be in the beginning of the year. And the results speak for themselves. James Freeman, Paul, John, Bart, Andy, these are your top 5. We review over 7,600 CEOs on an annual and ongoing basis to make sure that you all have the right folks. And they really are just incredible people. I've had the privilege of having in-depth conversations. I've flown to their offices. I've interviewed them. I've covered their golf tournaments. We want to know who these people are, and we're so lucky to be in this industry, everybody. We really are. From somebody that's looked and seen almost every industry out there when I was traveling, this industry is unlike any other. The best people are so willing to share. Now, the crazy part is people that are trying to make it aren't willing to necessarily listen. That's crazy. Or they are, you just don't know who to listen to because there's so many different things. We're here to filter that down. This way you know what to listen to and get your business where you want to go. So the conversations that I had with all these CEOs has led me down this road of, I meet Matthew here and he's like, hey, what fills the gap of leads, of marketing, of canvassing, whatever it is. And I didn't really have an answer, and I don't want to tell you something if I don't know for sure. That's just not my personality. So we set out, and we manipulated our 5-layer ranking system to rank partners that serve this industry. And so we've clawed the list of the top 100 CEOs, and we said, what tools and people did they use to go from 75 million to 125 to 200 to 250 to 300 on this trajectory year in and year out? And so what we did is we created it. That's the kind of the moral of the story. Everything that we wanted, we just created it, and we just took a super unbiased approach to it. So the top 15, you can get the whole top 15 on our website, but we review over 2,200 strategic partners every single year, and we do this on an annual and ongoing basis to make sure that, again, they're always the right people that we say they are. These are the top 5. We have Rilla, Destination, Angie, Contractor Flow, and yours truly, Chuck Toki from Top Rep. Now, each one of them is number 1 in their category. There's no overlap. So you don't have to have 3 people out, per se. If you have a specific gap in your business, you're able to go to our website and see what it is. And I don't get paid on it. If everyone in here goes and signs up with Rilla or Contractor Flow, we're not getting anything out of it, except hopefully, hey, a thank you, because we want to know that our system is working, okay? So we're super excited to give back to this industry just like it's given us everything. It's given us freedom. It's given us money. It's given us friends and a powerful network to do what we want in this world. So we want to share that. Let's go to the next slide. How we doing on time? All right. Got 5 minutes. So Power100 created Next100. Next100 is out to revolutionize the home improvement industry, the in-home selling industry, by giving contractors and service providers under $12 million in annual revenue access to the nation's elite. How many people can pick up the phone and call a major player in this game and get genuine real-time advice? So I'm talking about keep networking. That's what it's all about. Now, what we want to do is we want to take our core partners and we want to set a systematic process to help you look at your business on an annual basis. So what we do is we take every 60 days, you will have a sales call, you'll have a customer experience call, you'll have an operations call, you'll have a marketing call. And then at the end of those calls, you're going to set yourself a goal to achieve over those 60 days. You want to have a little bit of accountability, a little bit of fun, a little bit of competitiveness, but let's do it on a level that really impacts our business. Let's play real games that really mean things to you, to your bottom line, to your employees, and to your customers. Those are the types of wins that we want. Those are the types of wins that your 60-day sprints are going to help you do. Any questions? Am I clear on the strategy of this? There's 2 calls every month. The second Wednesday and the fourth Wednesday. Every 60 days, you have a sales call, then a marketing call, customer experience, and then operations. But, who cares about operations? Talk about sales. That's why you surround yourself with people that know what they're doing, because, frankly, I'm more of a sales guy. So the people that have signed up to talk on these calls are the nation's best. Because of what I said earlier, this industry's given them everything. It's their turn to give, what they know back to this industry because somebody gave it to them. Really a cool industry. James Freeman, just to give you an idea of the size of these companies, he's a $200 million business who was $75 million 2.5 years ago. Okay? Jeff Gunnis, 0. They opened their doors 7 years ago, and they're at $300 million right now. Peter Sweden, they're out in Colorado. They're about $150 million. Patrick Renard, $30 million. He's unique because he has taken that company from regular, ownership to an ESOP. So now he gave the ownership all back to the employees as part of the fulfillment of what their mission is. Very, very cool, very different perspective. Mike Hollander, he's probably one of the most impressive guys up here. He runs a $50+ million business out of one location with one product, selling windows. I mean, I don't know how you do that. Andy Lindis actually does the same thing, but they do everything. They're an exterior remodeler. And then Vince, he's the fastest growing home improvement company in the country. Now, that's just part one. So these calls that you're going to be on, you will have a CEO that is doing it right now in their business, talk on sales, operations, marketing, whatever it is. Then you'll have 2 partners that will come on and give global data. What I mean by global data is data across the hundreds or thousands of customers to make sure that your KPIs, your metrics, however you're judging your business, is on pace, off track. This way you can pull the levers where you need to because you can't be everywhere at once. So you got to know where your business is winning and where it's needing help. In summary, you get 2 calls every month. You get 3 presenters, 1 keynote. You get 2 partners. And then you do get live Q&A on those calls. It is a group call. Eventually, we will all get together. You'll be able to find peers, mentors, and things like that. And then hopefully, you will turn around and be a mentor yourself to somebody that's looking to do what you are looking to do right now. So we are giving Chuck, in the light of this relationship, we understand that the people here are out to change their lives. Okay, they're out to change their families' lives, find your why, and really move this thing to the next level to get what you expect out of your business when you first started it. So we are, instead of charging $599 a month for access to this, we are going to be only charging $100 a month. And if that doesn't get it any better, that $100 a month is lifetime locked because of our relationship with Chuck and the involvement in Next100 to revolutionize this home improvement industry. If I could make it even sweeter, just because I want to make it an absolute no-brainer for everybody to scan this QR code and put in your information, you get March's calls for free. So you get sales and then I think customer experience 100% for free. And then your first charge is April 1st. And that's $100 a month ongoing. There's no contracts, nothing at all. Because guess what? Like it was said on the stage earlier, if you don't want to work with us, we don't want to work with you. No sweat off our back, right? When you're ready to change the game and to really provide yourself clarity on your business with what you're doing and know from the outside in that you have that affirmation that you're kicking ass or you need to kick somebody's ass, right? That's a very powerful thing. This is a tool that I truly wish I had when I was growing my business. Would have saved me a couple checks, but I don't want to change the past because I wouldn't be here with my family and with you guys today. So I will say this: you have to scan this and sign up today. This will drop off today, primarily because we can't have this wide open. You can cancel at any time. So if maybe you're a sales leader or you're a COO or you have a partner, you can sign up now, put down your credit card, and then nothing gets charged until April 1st, and you can always switch up that payment. We want to work with you if you want to change your business. I miss anything? Think I'm good. Chuck? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.